out of the Biden White House, which we're big fans of this new news.
Okay.
Because they're trying to figure out what to do with everyone mocking Joe Biden about how his brain is starting to slowly mash up. And so they don't know what to do. And so now they're going on the offensive, which is wonderful to see, because you wouldn't think to do that. You would just pretend like no one would be paying attention, or you're just hoping people aren't paying attention. And now they're trying to say that all the videos that you and I see with our own two eyes are deepfakes. They're not real. What you're seeing is not real. So over the weekend, Joe Biden had a little fundraiser with, all the best, Obama and Jimmy Kimmel from The Man Show. And this is the video everyone's saying is a deep fake. So pay attention. And AI girl, I don't know if you've seen this video, so tell me if this looks deep fake to you.
Okay.
So everyone is freaking out. Everyone's focused on Joe Biden. See how Joe Biden is clapping? He's staring off into the crowd. Obama's waving. He's doing his thing. Hey, folks, how's it going? I'm still the president. Get over here. Get over here. Now, does that look like he's being led off stage? Or is Obama just being a good friend?
No. He he may have pooped again.
Oh, that's a joke.
He definitely got stuck. That's not a deep fake. How is that a deep fake?
No, look at this grab. It's so far away.
I know that.
Okay, and so here's the White House just losing their cool about everyone's freaking out about the poop videos and about anytime he messes out his words or speech.
Ironically, several recent deepfakes actually attack the president for thanking troops.
Oh my God.
For thanking troops. That is what they're attacking the president for. Both in Normandy, this happened, and again in Italy. And I think that it tells you everything that we need to know about how desperate Republicans are here. Instead of talking about the president's performance in office, and what I mean by that is his legislative wins, what he's been able to do for the American people across the country, we're seeing these deep fakes, these manipulated videos. And it is, again, done in bad faith.
Right. Yeah, why would people make up stuff about somebody that they hate in order to make your side look awesome? Why would people do that? And are these even deepfakes at this point? Yes, we're not totally sure if Biden pooped his pants. Right. But we also know that look when you go, We've all been there. Big Brother is in the White House. So this is her freaking out saying, look, guys, what you're saying is just deepfakes.
I know. I saw someone point out that quote from Orwell from 1974. Is that the book? Anyways, that it's like 1984. 84. Thank you. I knew I got one number wrong. It's like the final thing is that they tell you to believe what you're seeing isn't real.
Of course.
I mean, that's what's happening here.
Doth eyes deceive thus face, and that's what's exactly happening. Joe Biden is just fine. I'm taking a stand because I want Biden to actually run in this campaign. I don't want him to bow out. I don't want a Gavin Newsom surprise entrance. I want Biden to be the runner.
You want him to go all the way?
Yes, because he's going to be an easy dub.
Well, he's earned it.
Yeah, exactly. But here's Biden just today, just screaming at reporters for absolutely no reason, because that's what you do when you're totally cognitively all there.
Okay, listen.
Yeah. I'm actually on his side for this. What were we going to say?
In my line of work.
Oh, no.
I have interacted with many a demented elderly person.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what that is. Oh my goodness.
Dementia?
Yeah.
How dare you?
They get overwhelmed because it's overstimulating.
Yeah.
And then they just start screaming gibberish and they get escalated.
Don't put baby in the corner, okay? But that wasn't the only. Okay, so the only video people are referencing is him being, carted off stage. But I feel like this is a more important. Willie says Big Brother is in the White House. It is the White House. Todd, what's good? This video right here, I think, is way worse than Joe Biden being led off stage. I think that video is silly, and he looks old, and he's probably just, Joe Biden might just want to stay and talk to people for a while. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt for that one, okay? But let's watch this one together, because this is not a deep fake. This is real. Check this video out.
And guess what? It's growing. The economy's growing. People are doing better. We have the lowest unemployment rate in 50 years.
Oops.
We have more people. We've had over 15 million people hired into the workforce. My son says we all have we all have various short-term descriptions for your jobs, for what you accomplished. And you should say Joe Jobs. And guess what? It's growing.
What?
The economy's growing.
Excuse me?
Yeah, he's totally there. I changed my mind. He's totally fine. I've been lying this whole time.
Derek, does he make the debate next Thursday?
No. They're already putting in, I've seen reports about him wanting to have a sit down. They don't even want him standing for this whole thing.
Stop.
Yes, I'm not kidding. It's going to be one of the most, they want like a Joe Rogan podcast. They're just like, let's put him in the thing. He's allowed to have a teleprompter. He's allowed to have something going on in his ears. He's allowed to have actually somebody controlling his whole body. He's allowed to, at this point, don't show up. Don't show up.
No.
I love the new switch. I love the new switch. It's not that Republicans are lying. It's that they're making deep fakes of Joe Biden. They're making entire lies about Joe Biden. And it gets better. Okay. Because who do you send in? You send in the Navy SEALs to go in and say, hey, we need to change this whole narrative because Daddy isn't looking too good. Daddy needs a lot of help.
Yes.
Daddy needs somebody to come in and change the narrative.
Yes.
Because people on their left are starting to freak out. I don't know how to properly, that's a new word, appropriately address this whole Joe Biden not looking too good on the stage. And we have MSNBC,
the greatest news organization of all time,
going out and saying this.
There's a growing and insidious trend in right-wing media, broadcast, print.
Insidious. Insidious.
Love it.
Because when I wake up in the morning,
yeah,
and I see Joe Biden just looking.
We have more people. We've had over 15 million people brand new hired into the workforce.
Saying stuff like that, I'm thinking, how can I be insidious today and make him look terrible? What's up, Papa? Okay, and here we go.
And social media. It is to take highly misleading and selectively edited videos of President Biden.
Yeah, we're selectively editing this long video of Joe Biden looking absolutely freaking senile. I've been editing these videos all day.
Yeah, like
I've literally been up since 3 a.m. editing every video I've ever made of Joe Biden.
Directly from Republican National Committee social media accounts and then use
exactly, and I am from a Republican social media account. Never been paid for it. Still waiting for those massive bucas. But I'm ready.
yeah.
Todos los días.
Todos los días.
Todos los días says the full context does not help either. And that's the problem. That's the problem we all have. Pop, I miss you, dude. Hope you're doing well.
Those videos to spread messages virally to cast doubt on President Biden's fitness for office.
Right. Yeah, we're being paid to cast doubt on Joe Biden. You're not supposed to actually use your eyeballs anymore. I like this new message. What you're seeing is actually right-wing propaganda. It's not you are coming up with your own conclusions anymore. It's a Republican Party.
Headline from the New York Post, quote, Biden appears to freeze up, has to be led off stage by Obama at Megabucks LA fundraiser. The full video posted.
My favorite is that that's what they're focusing on. They're focusing on Joe Biden being led off stage instead of like these hundreds of other clips of him absolutely looking ridiculous. They won't focus on those things, but they'll focus on this one thing because that's what they do. They look for the littlest instance where they can find some kind of W that is questionable. And they're like, ooh, see, this is Republican tactics. They're going to smear Joe Biden. He's totally fine. I'm excited to see what this debate looks like. I think he won't do very well.
Yeah.
Do you think he will? As a woman, what are your thoughts? We value your opinion more than mine.
Yeah. No, I don't. I think he'll like get sick, quote unquote, or something like that. But I actually think this is a great narrative for them because, okay, they could ignore this altogether and just put out headlines like Biden makes great, appearance at blah blah blah, whatever this says.
Yeah.
But instead, they highlight the video, but they still blame it on Republicans or whatever making deep fakes. So they're highlighting that he is weak, but they're saying it's fake, thereby releasing themselves from any responsibility of like his demise.
Pushing an elderly man into office for no absolute reason.
Yes. So it's actually pretty genius in my humblest of opinions.
Well, it turns out you're wrong.
Accepted.
Because guess what?
What?
You're a woman.
Yes.
No offense, but let the man speak around here.
Therefore.
I'm not even kidding.
By Biden finance chair on Twitter shows something entirely different. Biden reacting to applause and then walking off stage with former President Obama. It comes less than 1 week after the New York Post made a cover out of another piece of deceptively edited tape.
I love how it just sounds like her voice is just shaking. The New York Post, how dare they do something like this?
Sometimes I imagine myself having a real conversation with this woman. And
oh God, over a glass of wine.
Yeah, I feel like it would be the most buzzkill conversation on
It would. She would. Do you know what's happening in this country? Donald Trump is going to get in charge and he's going to lock everyone up. It's almost like the weak fake. You get it? Please say you get it. I do get it. The left can't mean a corrupted elderly man. Oh, he's so bad.
Tape, calling him meanderer-in-chief due to what they claim was Biden walking away during a skydiving demonstration during the G7 summit last week. The only problem is that the full video, which emerged almost
him walking
instantly,
away and then
shows Biden was going over to congratulate one of the skydivers who's cropped out of the video entirely. Both the articles are based on...
Biden is congratulating the skydivers. I like this narrative.
I know.
Biden's like, oh, congratulations on making it. I didn't think you would. Unreal.
On cheap fakes, videos of real events that are intentionally manipulated to fool viewers, released on an RNC opposition research social media account with zero.
Yeah, I love this like narrative. Never in their life has MSNBC or CNN ever done anything for any Republican president ever.
Never have they highly edited anything.
No, like Trump walking down the stairs that were apparently wet or whatever, whether they were wet or not, but he was being helped down the stairs by that military guy. Yeah. And then, President Bush choking on a pretzel. Never in their life have I ever seen them take something or, President Trump throwing the food into the fish with the Japanese president, and they were saying that Trump just did it and he was an idiot for doing so. Yeah. Never in my life have I seen them do that.
Yeah.
How do you sleep at night?
Yeah. Oh no.
How do you wake up in the morning and think, you know what? I'm so far up my own butt that I can change everything I said from yesterday to today and have a moral argument with myself. He only walked away from the demonstration was because he had to take a leak. See, that's a cheap fake.
Spread throughout the right-wing ecosystem.
Okay, she's boring. Okay, but it doesn't just stop with them, right? Because you can't just have the offensive for Biden. You can't just have you got to go on the more offensive.
Right.
Now you got to start going after Donald Trump and his mental decline.
Oh yeah.
Because that's what you want to do. That's the game you want to play.
Right.
Your job now is to make everyone believe that Donald Trump is actually the one with mental decline, not Joe Biden.
I'm going to come.
No chance, bro. Here's CNN attempting their best at making you doth sees doth eyes. It's my favorite.
Mitch, I just have to ask you, I know I'm being wrapped, but I have to ask you about what Trump...
Can we talk about how low that voice was? Mitch, I would just like to ask you.
Yeah.
I would have been like...
You got a lower voice than me, girl.
It's totally unexpected.
I know. Sorry. Okay, here we go. Sorry.
Mitch, I just have to ask you, I know I'm being wrapped, but I have to ask you about what Trump challenged Joe Biden on, which was he wants him to take a cognitive test. And we have a very short bit of time, but he tried to remember the name of his own doctor, Donald Trump, and he messed that up while he was challenging Mr. Biden. What do you make of that?
Hey, I think Donald Trump is a joke.
Oh, God. I mean, I love one of my favorite things in the whole world is watching people on the news. When they get asked a stupid question, they laugh first because they don't know what to say because it's so dumb. They go, yeah, exactly. Donald Trump is an idiot. That nervous laughter, that's that Kamala Harris crap. I love that.
Oh, yes.
You know, what am I saying? What is she even trying to... She's really going with this narrative. She told me we were talking about something else.
Yes.
Okay, here we go.
Challenging Mr. Biden. What do you make of that?
Hey, I think Donald Trump is a joke. I mean, when this guy, when his lips are moving, he's lying. And then when he tries to accuse somebody else of speaking improperly, he can't keep two thoughts in his mind. I would encourage Americans to go listen to Donald Trump's full speeches and try to put that word spaghetti together.
I like this narrative. CNN's recommendation is to watch Donald Trump's entire speeches. The 3-hour speeches?
Right.
Yeah, watch how he messes up words. That's the narrative. That's the twist.
Yeah, where he's standing the whole time.
Yeah, standing the whole time,
Doesn't have
talking.
to take a poop break. Sorry.
How dare you say something like that? That's my grandfather. Yeah. I dare you to watch his whole entire speeches so that you finally get red-pilled. Mm-hmm. That's the narrative. Sorry.
I would encourage Americans to go listen to Donald Trump's full speeches and try to put that word spaghetti together. And I wonder why anybody is questioning Joe Biden's mental acuity. Donald Trump can't string two sentences together. I mean, it's the biggest joke in the world. My president's going to show up on time, on task, and he is going to give it to Donald Trump next week. He shows up. He's doing his job. You just saw him crisscross the continent 3 times with world leaders, and he's back home getting the work of America done because that's what he does every day. And the proof is in the pudding. We have the receipts. 15.5 million jobs, 56,000 projects going on, an economy that's stronger than any other economy in the world, and taking it to big corporate America to reduce their prices because inflation has come down from 9% to 3%.
I think you said that the poop is in the pudding.
Oh, I like that.
That's what I heard.
God, I love when the 9% to 2% to 3%. The Bidens are doing amazing jobs. I like that narrative though.
What?
That's just the switch. Hey, she's stunning in brave baritone. That's amazing.
Well, he said Kamala will be president soon. This is the lead up.
Oh my God. I really want that. We need a Kamala Harris presidency. Like so bad. I need it. We need it. I need it for the content. You need it for your own mental acuity.
Yeah. Papa says she's kind of terrifying. The only way she'd be more terrifying is if she was part of an all-ginger barbershop quartet. Papa,
I'm gonna come.
Can you imagine an all-ginger barbershop quartet? I can't.
I'd pay a lot.
Me too. Word spaghetti? That's racisms. What did Violet say? Sorry, you're the chat guru.
No,
I
that's
apologize.
Okay. Violet said, LOL, word spaghetti. It's word salad, hun. Or porridge in his case.
Yeah, why did he say word spaghetti? I didn't even catch that.
Yeah, that's not a term.
Oh, we're going to use word spaghetti on this bad guy. Okay, but they're not done though.
Okay.
Okay, because they're really trying to change your mind. Because Donald Trump is the one with the memory issues, not Joe Biden. Not the guy that looks to be pooping his pants, forgetting whole words, and messing up entire sentences. That guy is totally fine. Like, this guy is fine. That guy's fine. I'm sick of these right-wing extremists going around on the internet pushing a narrative saying Joe Biden is losing his memory. He's totally fine. Okay, here we go. Here's MSNBC. Some of my favorite stuff from these people. I love these people more than I love my own self.
The other thing that I think is really interesting, because I really got to know Donald Trump post-presidency, and I got to see what he was like. And over the weekend, he was talking about how Joe Biden needs to take a cognitive test. Joe Biden, isn't all there. Donald Trump had severe memory issues. As the journalist who spent the most time with him, I have to say he couldn't remember things. He couldn't even remember me. We spent an hour together in 2021 in May.
How could you forget this guy? He couldn't even remember me. It was like he did it on purpose.
Wait, what did he say after that?
Okay, I'm gonna keep going.
Say he couldn't remember things. I have to say he couldn't remember things. He couldn't even remember me. We spent an hour together in 2021 in May, and then a few months later, I went back to the White House. I went back to Trump Tower to talk to him about his time in the White House, and I said. He had this vacant look on his face, and I said, "Do you remember me?" And he said, "No." He had no recollection.
I'm gonna put
Imagine
his vacant look.
Imagine someone who meets like hundreds of people a day.
No, imagine him meeting an MSNBC reporter.
Doesn't remember.
Yeah, I wouldn't give you time either.
Freaking idiot.
I just love this guy.
He said no. He had no recollection of our lengthy interview that we had, and he wasn't doing a lot of interviews at that time. So I think that the American public really needs to see this portrait of Donald Trump, because this shows what he is like and who he is and who he has always been. The other thing that I think is really interesting.
Great point.
I love when people just like say stuff with so much conviction. They're just like, he had a vacant look in his face. I was looking at him straight in his face and I said, "Do you remember me?" And he said,
"I'm gonna come."
And I don't remember it either. This guy. We all know the end stages of dementia. The patient gets extremely angry, ornery, and nasty. He's the first president to make people not in. What you say it?
Oh, make poopy not only in front of the Pope, but also dookied in front of the Queen and dropped a pants deuce in front of a bunch of World War II veterans. Accurate. Historic.
Super.
Junior said, "Because you aren't memorable."
That's rude. But just over the weekend, don't forget that we also had proclamation of World Elderly Abuse Awareness Day.
Oh, man.
The irony of this is unbelievable. World Elderly.
That's amazing.